Stop everything. What I'm about to tell you will change everything you thought you knew about the 2026 NFL OFFSEASON. This isn't just another rumor, folks. No, what I'm about to drop on you is a secret so explosive, so mind-blowing, that it could reshape the future of a franchise already on the brink of superstardom. You better sit down, because this is not hyperbole. This is coming from sources you can trust. Sources inside the league who are telling me right now that a true game changer is about to happen, a move so clandestine, so deep in the shadows, that only a handful of insiders even know it's happening. And I guarantee, absolutely guarantee, that when you hear the full story, your jaw will hit the floor. Because what I've uncovered, what I've verified through multiple high-level league contacts, is that one of the league's most intriguing, dynamic, and promising players is about to be swapped into a franchise that's desperate for that missing piece. A player who can elevate their entire offense, redefine their identity, and thrust them into elite status overnight. And here's the cruel part. The deal isn't sealed yet. No, it's still in the works, still bubbling under the surface, but trust me, if this trade goes through, it will be the story of the NFL offseason. This isn't some fake rumor. No, I have concrete evidence of plans, secret negotiations, and confidential conversations that involve a superstar, a player so talented, so promising, that his name alone will send shockwaves through the league. But I'm not ready to say it just yet. For now, know this. The Detroit Lions are on the verge of something massive, something that could turn their entire franchise into the NFL's new powerhouse. And you, my loyal viewers, are the only ones who will get the full scoop, right here first, and in the most explosive way possible. Now, before I drop the biggest secret of 2026, I need your full attention. Hit that subscribe button, smash that like, and turn on alerts for exclusive insider drops like this. Because what I'm about to reveal will test your passion, ignite your fandom, and shake your understanding of what's possible in this league. Are you ready? Good. Because what's coming next is nothing short of legendary. The Detroit Lions right now are sitting at a crossroads. After a roller coaster of a season, finishing 9-8, missing the playoffs for the first time in 3 years, their brass is desperate for a spark. Dan Campbell, a coach known for his fiery passion and relentless grit, is under pressure to deliver a true contender. He's already transformed this team's identity, turning them into a gritty, run-first squad that plays with edge and heart. But now, they want more. They need more. The Lions have invested heavily in their offense. Jared Goff is locked in as their franchise QB, a star who's proven he can elevate teams, but they've lacked a true game changer in the backfield, a player capable of carrying the load when it matters most. Sure, they drafted Jahmyr Gibbs in 2023 and signed David Montgomery last offseason, but something's missing. A spark, a home run hitter that can change the entire complexion of their attack. Their biggest problem. They've been searching, scouring, trying to find that elusive impact player to turn their offense into a nightmare for defenses. Rumors have been swirling around Detroit for MONTHS. Private meetings held in encrypted rooms, secret calls in the dead of night, private jets shuttling personnel to undisclosed locations. The Lions' front office has been combing through every option, looking at free agents, trade targets, long shots, and sleeper picks. They've scouted talent from college legends to NFL veterans, but nothing seemed to click until, suddenly, a new name entered the conversation. And that's where this story takes a shift, because what I've uncovered points to a player you never saw coming. But let's build the suspense first. Imagine, the Lions, with their fierce desire to reclaim their place at the top, are making strategic moves behind the scenes. They've been dissecting their roster, trying to fit a key piece into their puzzle. Every meeting, every phone call, every covert discussion points to one thing. This offseason, they are willing to go all in. They're eyeing a player who can be their secret weapon, their true X factor. And then, out of nowhere, my sources confirmed it. That secret weapon, that elusive piece, is none other than a player who has the potential to be a league-wide sensation. The one man who, if acquired, could transform their offense overnight. And his name? Zamir White. Yes, you heard that right. Zamir White, the Georgia product, the powerful, explosive running back, the guy who once looked like a future NFL star. Now I know what you're thinking. Zamir White, the guy who has barely seen the field lately. The guy who's been buried behind rookies and veterans like Ashton Jeanty and Raheem Mostert. Well, buckle up, because the real story just begins. You see, what's happening behind the scenes is unprecedented. The Lions aren't just after any back. They're angling for a player who can be their secret weapon, not just a short yardage bruiser, but a game breaker. They want a guy with that rare burst, power, vision, and an elusive speed that defenses fear. Let me give you the full breakdown of who Zamir White really is, what he brings to the table, what his stats mean, and why Detroit's front office is willing to gamble everything on him. Zamir White, at just 26, is a former Georgia star, one of the most talented backs in college football history, a guy with a combo of power and speed that few can match. Coming out of college, he ran a blistering 4.4-second 40-yard dash with a frame built for contact, 511 around 227 pounds with long arms and a rare combination of agility and brute strength. His running style? Violent, determined, and explosive. From his college days, he led Georgia's rushing attack in 2020 with 779 yards and 11 touchdowns on 144 carries. Then topped that in 2021 with 856 yards and another 11 scores on 160 carries. The guy was a touchdown machine, clutch in big moments, a nightmare for defenses trying to contain him. In the NFL, things haven't gone exactly as planned. Drafted by the Raiders in round 4, pick 122 in 2022, he entered the league with high expectations. But injuries and tough competition, especially with rookies and veteran signings, pushed him down the depth chart. His 2023 season was promising, a late-season surge that saw him in a more prominent role, but in 2024, injuries struck again. A quad injury ended his season prematurely, and in 2025 he was mostly a bench player, registering only 12 carries for 32 yards, an average of 6.4 yards per rush but remarkably limited opportunities. Yet here's the kicker. The potential is undeniable. When healthy, Zamir White is a home run hitter. His burst off the line is electric. His vision, honed at Georgia, allows him to find creases in tight quarters, something Detroit desperately needs. Imagine him paired with Jahmyr Gibbs, creating a thunder and lightning 1-2 punch that no defense in the NFL can handle. His ability to break tackles, shed defenders, and turn short gains into explosive plays makes him a perfect fit for Campbell's aggressive, run-oriented scheme. And what about his contract situation? White is in the final year of his rookie deal, worth about $4.4 million, and he's an unrestricted free agent this March. The Lions could snag him for a bargain, paying him a one-year prove-it deal, or perhaps negotiate a long-term extension if the fit is perfect. That's why this isn't just about a trade. It's about an investment in the future, a gamble that could pay off exponentially. The market value for White right now, it's depressed thanks to recent injuries and inconsistent usage. But that's exactly why Detroit is eyeing him. They see raw talent, a true hidden gem, and they're willing to pay the price to unlock his full potential. They know his upside far outweighs his current stat line. White, with his size, speed, and power, could be the missing link in their quest to dominate the NFC North and beyond. But wait, there's more. The moment I uncovered this, I reached out to NFL insiders, executives, and analysts who are tracking this deal, and let me tell you, they're buzzing. "This is a brilliant move by Detroit," said one league scout. "White has all the tools. If he stays healthy, he's a 1,200-yard back in this league. The Lions know it. They're betting on his talent, not his past injuries." And the whispers don't stop there. The GM, Brad Holmes, is described as a detective in the shadows, a mastermind who's been working tirelessly to piece together this puzzle. Behind closed doors, he's orchestrating a deal that would send shockwaves through the league. Rumors suggest the Lions are willing to send future draft picks, cap relief, and maybe even a player or two to seal the deal with the Raiders. All under the radar, all cloaked in secrecy, but the finish line, it's in sight. Meanwhile, the Raiders, they're listening. They know White's value, but they're also aware of his potential. They're weighing whether to keep him as a backup, develop him further, or cash in now. The negotiations are intense, with rival teams trying to swoop in and steal him at the last moment. But Detroit, they're pushing hard, knowing that in the NFL, timing is everything. The next 48 hours could be the most pivotal of the offseason. And here's the kicker. Inside league circles, there's a belief that this move could be the catalyst for something even bigger. A real domino effect that could see other teams scrambling to respond. If Detroit pulls this off, they won't just be improving. They'll be announcing their arrival as a true contender, ready to shake up the entire league landscape. Now, let's take a deeper look at what this deal could mean financially and schematically. If they land Zamir White, it's not just about adding a talented runner, it's about retooling their entire offense. White's explosive burst pairs perfectly with Goff's precision passing, creating a dual threat that defenses cannot stop. His ability to run between the tackles helps open up play-action opportunities, and his skill as a kickoff returner adds an extra layer of danger. From a salary cap perspective, White's asking price. Probably a one-year deal around $2.3 million, a steal for a player with this much upside. The Lions could clear space by releasing or restructuring veteran contracts, making room for White's signing and a few key free agents. The scheme. Campbell's aggressive, physical style combined with Drew Petzing's innovative play calling could turn White into a 1,000-yard rusher next season. Imagine the headlines, while also boosting the running game's explosiveness. Rivally, this move would instantly send shockwaves through the league. Rival teams would panic, realizing Detroit is serious about reestablishing dominance. Trade talks, free agent signings, and strategy shifts would accelerate as everyone scrambles to respond to the Lions' bold move. And the NFL's media? They'd go nuts, analyzing every angle, dissecting every detail, all while White's potential becomes the talk of the offseason. So as I wrap up this bombshell report, remember, the next 48 hours are critical. The league is watching. The front offices are moving in silence. And if this deal happens, it will go down as one of the most audacious, game-changing trades in modern NFL history. This is not just about a player or a team, this is about the future. The Lions are about to write a chapter that could define their legacy, and White, he's the secret weapon they've been hiding in plain sight. Will it happen? Only time will tell. But I promise you, I will be here, watching every move, every call, every piece of the puzzle, so you don't miss a single second of this historic story. Because when history is written, it's those who are first to reveal the truth who are remembered forever. Stay tuned, big things are coming. The NFL